And ladies and gentlemen, game 3 of STCN versus VOR. Loser eliminated, winner lives to play another series. For STCN, we've got Gearing, Daring, Shima, Stalin, Moskva, Des Moines, Marseille, Kremlin, Ohio. For the side of VOR, we have Daring, Cabby, Gearing, Yuyang, Des Moines, Moskva, Stalingrad, Vermont, Kremlin. Let's see how they're going to position these ships and where they're going to go.
We must be free. Not because we claim
So let's see how they're going to
freedom,
spread
but because we
them out
practice
here,
it.
chat. And so as we watch the split here starting to take place, heavy split for VOR towards C. Looks like we're seeing a fairly even split for the side of STCN to AC and then the Daring into B. Daring versus Daring. Watch for how that Moskva of VOR positions himself, as well as if the Moskva for STCN Luboy is going to turn in. If they don't turn in, if one turns in, the other doesn't, that's a real big deficit. Looks like both are getting ready to turn in. And so it really depends on which side of the island they go to here. So let's zoom in here and keep an eye out and see what's going to happen as they move in. You can see Sweet Taijé moving into B. Asphodelis Serasifer is already spotted, so Blanquillo will have the advantage there. And here come the shots. That's a lot of shots here onto a Moskva. It dodges the Kremlin shots and dodges the Ohio shots. So he takes 8k from the HE spam, but he dodges the big damage shots, which is good. Cap being contested, about to be. There's the spotting on the Daring. And that's going to immediately force Sweet out of the cap. And then Blanquillo will smoke up. So the downside here for Blanquillo smoking up is that Asphodelis can absolutely radar him when he wants and have an advantage. They are going to get some decent chunking, decent damage onto Sweet Taipei. I mean, they've got him down to 20,300s. They've done 4k already. Almost down 5k. We'll see. They do get him under 5k. And there comes the radar onto Blanquillo. The challenge is, will the Daring of Sweet be able to get the hits on him? They get him 6k actually, and the heal, post-heal, it's still 5,000 damage on him. Blanquillo immediately backs up, but they're going to start putting shots onto the Moskva of Aspho. And Asphodelis absolutely has a disadvantage here. Down 11k right now to Luboy. And I cannot pronounce that properly. So, mid's going to be a stalemate for a while. Keep an eye. I mean, that disadvantage that Aspho has right now could be major. Because 10,000 health is nothing to laugh about in terms of deficit. Yuyang will get into A here. Des Moines of Zabayev will have the radar if he wants to poke out past the island here in a second. He's got to watch out for Yuyang torps, though. And then over here at C, we're starting to see that wide flank push line up here for the Gearing, Des Moines, and Kremlin. Fight back in mid, though. Sweet Taipei spotted. Sweet Taipei down 7,000 health right now. Here come all the shots in. And it's about a 5,000 health difference after heal. We'll see exactly where it ends up. But Asphodelis, back on fire, back on focus. Lowboy did take some damage there, but he also hasn't used a heal yet. So there's a heal advantage there. Ooh, radar of the Stalingrad will catch the Shima and the Stalingrad. It does not quite get the daring. So you can see that lead rapidly climbing again in terms of health for this fight at mid. Definitely a fight that favors right now the side of STCN. C is capped by the Shima. He manages to get the cap before anything. And the gearing did take some damage there in return for trying to take A. Cabby spotted though. Here comes the AP slaps onto him. Already using a heal and a speed boost, trying to get out of there with his life. B capped as well, so 2 early caps for the side of STCN. That points lead growing quick. Vermont of VOR, if those torps have range, which it looks like they do, looks like he's primed to take one. He'll dodge the other ones just barely. So he does take Gearing torp. Gearing spotted by the Yu Yang. Gearing trying to get out of there. Down to 10-3. Kabarov, though, gotta be careful there on the edge. Spotted, taking some damage. And so let's look at this health differential. Both of them have used heals. It's a 6,000 health differential right now. But VOR is doing a really good job of getting damage back on to Boy there. 1 cap now, so that'll slow the points gain, but it will not shrink the deficit. And now, Asphodelis at 37,000 health. He is spotted. There's the radar. And look at the Kremlin of One Last Kiss. He's pushing in. This is going to be either really good or really bad, depending on that gearing. The Des Moines of Ruha gonna try to get himself stopped on the island. Does the Kremlin have the angle over that slight edge? To be determined. But he's got to be very careful here. And now gearing spotted. Oh, and he gets absolutely whacked. Gearing going to charge the Kremlin, though. This could be very, very bad here. Stalingrad going to peek forward, try to get the spot, but this might be a dead Stalingrad. They didn't get enough damage on that gearing, and I think... or not dead Stalingrad, dead Kremlin. I think this is dead. Keep an eye out here. We're about to have a fight happening here in B, and we're seeing that STCN is pulling off of A and saying we don't have the advantage. Kremlin shoots. He's not going to have shots ready now for that gearing that just is charging him, and this, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. Here comes the charge. Gearing going to go nose in. How much damage will he take? The daring has moved forward to try to assist. But Blanquilo, it's going to be... I don't think it's going to be enough, barring a miracle. Shots from the Moskva might help. With how long he took to get into position, he takes a big chunk. He gets the torps off, but he doesn't get the second set. And that is absolutely brutal. He doesn't get the second set off. Kremlin survives for the moment, though he does have a Moskva on his tail now. So Kremlin will die, but they get the gearing out. Ohio kills the Des Moines there, ladies and gentlemen, over there on the edge of our screen. One Last Kiss going to go down here, down to 624. Here come the finish shots. And they get the kill, but it's a 2-to-1 ship advantage for the side of STCN. The problem is they don't have the caps right now. Moskva radar, they will manage to prevent the daring from taking the cap for the moment. And remember, we look at that, both of them have the same number of heals left. This is a pretty substantial health lead that's starting to build for Blanquilo. Radar about to dissipate. How much more do they get before the radar goes down? You can see the DCP popped. Was it too early, though? Was it too early? Was not too early. There's no fire, but it's a 5,000 health advantage with no heals for Blankilo. Problem is now Moskva and Stalingrad moving forward, and you can see the push changing here. Des Moines and Gearing actually stopping there, smoke coming in so that they can focus the side. Fight is pushing into B. There, we see that VOR is leaving the Yuyang in A, and they're moving everything else in right now. And so this is going to become B. Points lead is 130 and closing quick. Blankilo in the middle of radar for another... Nope, he's off radar now. He's got to get... He loses that health advantage, though, and now is at a health deficit. Ohio shots in on the Stalingrad. Don't get a big hit, but watch out. Marseille's got the broadside. Only gets 4K. And so now this becomes the challenge here at mid. B is about to be taken, which will really close that points lead quickly. And you can see, here comes the second challenge. Shima moving down the edge saying, Kremlin, I've got your number now. Stalingrad of ZKS, though, 23,000, gotta be careful. 14K and another 5K off the Stalingrad, takes 20K from the Ohio and Marseille. Here comes the Shima, and the Shima is primed. Guns are not ready for this move. And the Kremlin knows it's over at this point.
The enemy's victory draws
He gets off the last salvo onto the Stalingrad. Will he get the trade? He does not get the trade. And there are the torps. There's the kill. STCN secures another kill. And now, Shima moving towards C. Shima is moving towards C.
Everything is at stake.
But all three caps right now in favor of VOR. Problem is that two-ship deficit. Radar out from Moskva. Moskva of Asphodelis takes a big hit there, though. Daring has to be careful. Blankilo in a spotting, and here comes the cabbie trying to get him. Remember, no heals. Watch the gearing in Moskva. 5,000 left on the gearing. He is very close to dying right now. And that radar still has 10 seconds. He turns it out, dodges those shots. And this is buying time for the Moskva of Lu to absolutely counter that heal. Gonna max out at about 19, 20,000 for that heal, depending on how much damage happens here. With those shots in, down to 18.3, 18.5 max. There's the finish, and that's his last remaining health. There's the fire. Expected to see a DCP fairly soon. STCN is in a really strong spot. You can see the pincer happening now. Shima turns up so he doesn't die. Daring in Stalingrad and worry about the torps. Marseille coming down. They're pinched. Moskva is all but dead. The Yuyang can't do anything. The Vermont cuts back towards the Des Moines. Des Moines is spotted, so we'll have to watch out for a deletion there. And now YBB going forward.
The enemy's victory draws near.
Torps will just miss Asphodelis. There's a fire. Forces out the DCP. But one more fire will do it. Stalingrad at 30,000. VOR is in dire straits. There's the perma-fire. That won't quite kill the Moskva, but it should put him in. These shells may guarantee it with that fire. And there's a double fire, ladies and gentlemen. Moskva is gone. VOR's chances of winning this series seem gone. The kill on the Moskva confirms it. Points lead ticks back in favor of the side of STCN. The only advantage VOR has is the cap advantage right now. And even that
victory draws near.
Will be gone soon. Or not, or rendered moot. You can see the push in here. They're trying to get the Stalingrad of ZKS next. The heal's about to wrap up. Shots are in, ricochets. There's the deletion, though, from the Marseille. And now the Stalingrad of ZKS may go down. But it was a trade. And now the Vermont comes back into focus. Zabayev dodges the torps. AP shells out. Vermont using his second to last heal down to 30,000. And now the daring of Blankilo looking back in. Cabby's spotted. Cabby's got to be real careful. There's the fire burning out the Stalingrad, as we said would happen. Cabby using his last heal maxes out at maybe 13,000, but that's getting chunked down, and that heal's not going to be able to go too much longer. Moskva shots in. Marseille shots in, down to 2,000. And he is trying not to die right now. Down to 1,000. A fire here is death. They're not going to get the fire. Torps just missed the Vermont. Vermont tries to finish off the Ohio. Shots are in. They get 13k, but it doesn't quite finish off. Ohio at danger, going down. B-cap being contested. VOR has the narrow lead. Here come the shells. Will they clear the island? They do, but it's not enough. Cabby gets dark again. And they're trying to finish off the Vermont, but he's got 5 seconds and then he's got to heal. Back shots onto Zabayev. Watch Zabayev's health here. Only takes an overpen. And the heal is in, but it doesn't matter. The Torps are lined up, ladies and gentlemen. They take the B-cap, and STCN now in control by over 100 points. Shimakaze spotted by the Daring. Daring doesn't have a smoke. Daring is gone. Shima does have the smoke, but he's not smoking up because he wants to keep everything spotted for the moment. There comes the smoke. Daring is gone. Shots out at the Cabby. Cabby down to 7-7. Here come the shots. Can Rand get the finish here? Cabby trying to finish him. Cabby finishes him. Will the Khabarovs go down, though? That is a nice trade back there. He will go down, though, ladies and gentlemen. And it is just 29 seconds, and there is just one ship left for VOR. And that means, ladies and gentlemen, that the side of STCN is going to win this game. They will take the series 2-1. And they stay alive. Seven seconds left. He's down to 9,300. Shots come in. And he takes the Torp, and that will do it, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner is STCN. They take the series. They move on.